So there has been some talk of J.K. Rowling's and her opinions, particularly regarding the transgender community. Now, before we dive into it, let's clarify what's been said. Some people are calling her opinions bigoted, but let's break it down. Here is a clip of a teacher proving that J.K. Rowling is not a bigot. Let's roll.
Do you still like her work despite her bigoted opinions?
So let's get specific though. Let's define bigoted opinions. What opinions are bigoted? We're going to treat this as a thought experiment. I'm not going to say what's right or wrong or what way to think.
She has had a history of being extremely transphobic, I've heard.
Hey, you've heard. So what? Can you give me an example?
If you look at her Twitter, I think you could see a few things. One of these tweets that she came out with in 2019, she said, "Dress however you please, call yourself whatever you like, sleep with any consenting adult who will have you live your best life in peace and security, but force women out of their jobs for stating that sex is real."
Do you find that transphobic yourself?
I don't really have an opinion on it, but I'm just going with what a lot of other people have said.
So let's pause it. Let's not go with what other people are saying. Let's try and learn how to critically think. So let's analyze the tweet ourselves. So that statement, do you see anything problematic?
She did try and pin some things on a specific group of people.
Where does she do that? Can you read that?
But force women out of their jobs for stating that sex is real.
So when I hear that, I'm interpreting that as meaning if a woman says that, saying that there's a difference between men and female and then being attacked as transphobic, is that transphobic to you?
So, to me, no. Stating that sex is real is not transphobic. It's just a fact of life. It exists.
So is there anything you disagree with in that tweet?
In that tweet, I can't really see anything that I myself disagree with. There's an apology tweet.
Let's read that. What did she say there? I haven't read that.
"I respect every trans person's right to live any way that feels authentic and comfortable to them. I'd march with you if you were discriminated against on the basis of being trans. At the same time, my life has been shaped by being female. I do not believe it is hateful to say so."
Do you think it's fair that that she's being attacked by a large group of people and people are calling her, like you said at the beginning of this conversation, you said, given the fact that J.K. Rowling is transphobic, how do you feel about Harry Potter? Now, retroactively looking at that statement, do you think that was the best way to phrase?
No, I feel like an idiot now.
It's okay though, but this is why we do this, to learn how to think.
In my view, that guy is a hero. That teacher is a hero, and he did that brilliantly. And I'm sure that you agree with that. And there just needs to be more of that. It's not every teacher in America that is insane and trying to upset your children and make them more angry or anything like that. Some of them are trying to get them to use their own logic, to recognize that a lot of what they learned has just been propaganda, and I would say harmful propaganda to them.
Okay, so let's break this down. One of the tweets in question is from 2019, where she talked about the importance of living authentically, but expressed concern about women being penalized for acknowledging biological sex differences. Now, is that transphobic really? Well, let's just think about it. To me, acknowledging biological sex isn't transphobic. It's just a fact. And when J.K. Rowling clarified her stance later, expressing support for trans rights while also recognizing her own experiences as a woman, it seems pretty fair to me. But here is the thing. A lot of people jumped on the bandwagon of calling her transphobic without really critically analyzing her words. That's where the problem lies. We need to encourage independent thinking, not just following the crowd. Now, let's just give credit where it's due. That teacher in the conversation we just listened to, did an amazing job. He guided his students through a thought experiment, helping them to question and analyze rather than just accepting what they have been told. And That's what we need more of. Educators who challenge their students to think critically, to question, and to recognize when they have been fed misinformation. So, what do you think? Do you agree with the approach of that teacher? Let me know in your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you want to watch the full episode, I'll attach it in the comment section below and also in the description. Thanks for tuning in to the OB podcast. Cheers.